Guys, today we're going to be watching videos and TV shows and movies I would never make a video about by Meyers. Came out a year ago, don't know why I'm watching it, but thought it'd be an interesting reaction. Okay, let's go right into it.
It's been almost 2.5 years since I started doing the videos that I do now. My channel's gone through like 3 or 4 kind of like transformations or whatever, and these animated commentary things are really the only videos that got any traction, so here we are. Now, as you can imagine, I've been asked to do a lot of different shows and movies, and here and there I've tried to explain why I don't do certain ones, but I figured now that I've hit 2 million subscribers, it was probably a good time to address some things. I made a video kind of similar.
I'm going to tell you real quick, so it's paused. Okay. He's done 2.71 miles a year ago. Let's get him by the end of this year to 3 million. I believe in you guys. You can get him at least 1 sub. Okay.
This a while ago, but my channel's grown a lot since then, so, you know, whatever. Throughout these last 2.5 years of making these videos, one of the most consistent requests I get is to react to cartoons. BoJack Horseman, Rick and Morty, Big Mouth, that Ladybug thing, whatever that is. Just a whole bunch of shows I will never do. Now, the main reason why is really just from a practical standpoint. As it is now, the format of my videos is to take clips from the movie or TV show or whatever, and then cut to my weird little angry baby dude, or as one person on Twitter put it, the ugliest Ransona I've ever seen! But anyway, so we have that, and then we have my interpretation of what's happening in the show or the movie with animated characters who vaguely resemble the live action people acting out scenes that vaguely resemble what's happening in the show. And so the visual distinction between live action and my animation is very clear and easy to grasp, I think. I mean, I don't know, maybe some of you...
I love this video so far. It's so informative. We need more videos like this. We need a podcast that a YouTuber does, and it's just for YouTubers to come on and explain their channel and the inside business of it. I think that'd be cool.
We're just big old dum-dums, but I think it makes sense. However, if I were to do a cartoon, like, let's say, BoJack Horseman, for example, it would just be a scene of the show and then cut to my off-model version of the same characters again? Like, I don't know. I just don't think it would work very well. Now, you might be thinking that I could just use my horribly ugly Ransona and then mostly have scenes from the show itself with my character reacting to them, but that would just make my videos be like any of 100 other YouTube channels.
Thing is, yeah, he could compromise. I could compromise and make one of these videos, but mine would just be exactly like everyone else, and I'm going to make one of these videos, I'm sorry to say that. But I will probably do a full watch along maybe, or something. I think it's really cool though what he's doing so far. Okay, sorry for pausing guys a lot. Okay, we'll get back in 3, 2, 1.
Do like the same exact thing. The only way I can think of to make a cartoon video work, and this is just some like behind the scenes kind of stuff that's going through my head when I'm not working on my super secret Riverdale fanfic, jerk herd. I was thinking like if I purposely drew really bad crayon drawings of all the characters, like this for example, and like purposely made it look like a 4-year-old did it, maybe that could work. I don't know. I guess I'd have to give it a try, but we'll see. Something else I get asked to do a lot is stuff like Elite on Netflix, or people from India ask me to do Bollywood movies, or I get tons of requests to do K-dramas and that kind of thing. So there's a couple reasons why I don't do these and why I probably never will. The biggest reason, kind of like with cartoons I just talked about, it has to do with the format of my videos. As someone who does videos in English, the structure of the script and the jokes and all that is all based on English. If I were to do a teen drama or movie or whatever in a non-English language, there's 2 ways I could show it: subtitled or the English redubbed version. Now, if I did it subtitled, the issue would be that the comedic timing or the timing of the reaction or whatever would be off, because everyone reads at different speeds. So if I cut to a joke or have some kind of reaction in the middle of a scene, it wouldn't work at all comedically because people reading the subtitles would all be on a different word of the sentence, and people who speak the language would experience the whole thing in a completely different way. But if it was an English language show and I made an English language video about it, everyone's on the same word at the same time, and then it just comes down to my timing and the actual joke itself. Now,
did you guys know that he actually has a Spanish channel? I think this guy's really cool. I want to see more in-depth from him. If you guys can find any more in-depth, link it, and I'll watch it for us.
on the flip side, I could do the English dubbed version, but those pretty much always have horrible acting. And in order to have it match the timing of the character talking, a lot of the dialogue gets cut or changed or whatever, so it's not really accurate to the original language version. So if I joked about something someone said, someone else could come in and say like, well, but in the original Spanish, they say something completely different, and so then it's all kind of like, what should I be reacting to?
That's
you know what I mean?
point.
But there's also the issue of cultural differences. Now what I mean is like, as a dude who grew up in the US, I have a pretty firm grasp on US, Canada, Canada and like UK culture to a certain extent. So making jokes about how school is run or how dating works or what girls and guys do, that kind of thing, like I could talk about that stuff all day. But if I did a video about a movie from India or South Korea or whatever, I have no frame of reference for any of that. Now, of course, humans anywhere are mostly the same, but dating rituals or how men and women talk to each other or family relationships or that kind of thing, whatever, vary wildly from country to
It's so different. For example, in Japan and Asia, if you turn around and run to somebody, I hate maths, it's considered something really bad. Whereas if you say it in this country, UK, America, this, like, that sort of areas, Europe and stuff, it's considered quite normal. I know it's not really a related example, but it's sort of, I think it really does sort of explain why. Okay, sorry guys.
country. So if I saw something I thought was funny or weird or whatever and make a joke about it, I could very easily end up coming off as just one of those like dumb Americans, you know, who's always like, everyone who's different than me is weird. It's really just in my best interest to not even risk it, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you ever somehow saw my Twitter mentions or DMs, well, first you'd be like, wow, what did you do to make all these furries so upset? But also you'd see people asking me to do shows like The Office or Brooklyn Nine-Nine at least 3 times a day. And I mean, I understand why, you know, because people like these shows and they want their 12th favorite YouTuber to talk about it. I get it. But the thing is, again, as I've said before, given the style of my videos, this would be a horrible idea. Like, the whole point of shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or Always Sunny or whatever is that they're kind of absurd. Characters act weird and everyone gets into these like ridiculously hilarious situations. Like, that's the whole point of the show. So to do one of my videos about, let's say, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, for example, you can't really joke about jokes. You know what I mean? So it would just kind of end up being me explaining the jokes in the show, and that would just be a horrible video. I mean, the commentary, reaction, whatever you want to call it, style videos work best when what's happening in the movie or TV show is to some degree meant to be taken seriously. Like when you have Edward from Twilight saying the most ridiculous, fluffy nonsense or whatever. Like, it's fun to make fun of it because it's supposed to be serious. And the same goes for Riverdale or After or Tall Girl or any of these. But shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or The Office or whatever are absolutely not meant to be taken seriously. I mean, they do touch on serious issues and topics now and then.
I didn't even think about that. It's so interesting how much he thinks, like, in depth about everything. Like, you wouldn't think about it being comedy, but yet he does. It's really interesting.
But the show itself is absurd on purpose. So I mean, I've thought about it and I've definitely tried, but I really don't think they would work well for my kind of videos. But anyway, so I hope this answers some of your questions and concerns and you got a little look behind the curtain at what goes on in my head when I'm making these videos. Like, a lot of people seem to think it's just like, duh, watch the show, write some jokes, wham bam bibbidi bam, video's done. But there's actually a lot more that goes into it than you might think. But more important than my feelings, probably, is the fact that this video is brought to you by Raycon. Raycon is a brand of wireless earbuds that give you the sound quality of the premium brands, but at a much lower price. Now, I gotta be honest here, and this is true. I've always hated wireless earbuds. Like, for me, anytime I put them in, I move like 3 inches, it's always just like... So when Raycon contacted me, I was like, this ought to be good. So they sent me a pair of their everyday E25 earbuds, and after trying them for about a week, I gotta say, first of all, they actually stay in, which is nice, but they're also rather comfortable. Again, this is coming from someone who hated the feeling of wireless earbuds, and they sound great. So head on over to buyraycon.com/AlexMeyers.
Should I save up for Raycons just to do a non-sponsored review? I think it'd be cool to see if I really like them. Also, do you know, like, it says celebrities have been seen wearing them in the sponsors? I wonder if they're like part of the company money-wise, or like they literally just support Dr. Dre's. I don't know, but you know what I mean, like they just support Raycon.
And you can get a pair of your own for 15% off the regular price, which is already about half the price of other high-end wireless earbuds. So I mean, it's just savings all around, you know what I'm saying? The link is down below in the description. Again, just go to buyraycon.com/AlexMyers and get your own pair for 15% off the regular price. Any style, any color you want. So if you're interested, go check it out. So I gotta be honest here, the end of February, I did 2 movies in a row. I did To All the Boys 2 and then Zombies 2. Now, a movie video ends up taking a really, really long time. Like, for whatever...
Okay guys, that's the video over. I think that was one of the funniest videos. I love his comedy, but what I want to see more of is him going in depth and explaining it. I want to see that from more YouTubers. Tell me guys if you want to see in like a couple of weeks me explaining how I do my everyday editing and how it changes depending on what I'm doing. Like how I sometimes, like right now, I was watching the video and I was focusing. But like right now I'm speaking while doing parkour in Minecraft, you know what I mean? Because this is more a chill segment, so I wonder if you guys want to see like stuff like that. And I also know there's probably no one listening right now, and that's okay. Because I'm doing this because this is what I enjoy to do. And yeah, I do want it to be a career one day, but for now, this is just what I want to do for a bit. I was wondering if you guys want to see me do a podcast. And some a sort of like podcast. And I was also wondering if anyone wants to see me do a movie watch along where for seasons it's edited a lot more. But for a movie, I literally just sit there and watch the movie with you guys. I could edit it if you guys want me to, but I want to do a whole TV show watch where I just sit with this sound on and just, well, edit really. I just watch the movie and then react to it while talking and then edit it. It would be cool and funny, huh? Or I can do it with a TV show where I literally just watch along to any TV show. Any. And there's so many that I would have infinite ideas. And then I could do that every so often. I think I'd put it on my second or main channel, I don't know. My main channel this week upload is something that was hard for me to upload. Because it was something, I keep thinking my main channel used to be this high production when I don't physically want to do high production videos that much. If I do high production, I don't want it to be every week, every Saturday. Here's the most I want to be able to just talk. So that is what that was. And I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And it was supposed to be a review at the start, as you can probably tell. In like the first few minutes, I'm really reviewing it. Unless Sky just complete the parkour. But like I was really reviewing it. But then after a while, I just realised, oh, this would be way better if I just spoke to you guys for once while playing. I'm also thinking about doing some game commentaries on here. If you guys don't want me to, comment. But I'm already going to record it, so if you do want it, I can just have it. Okay, guys. Goodbye. See you next week. Like, subscribe. Go check out my main channel, my shows. Goodbye.